Have you ever seen two animals that shouldn't be friends, but somehow they just are? Like, no one planned it. It wasn't supposed to happen. But then, out of nowhere, this crazy, unexpected bond forms. And it just makes sense. That's exactly what happened in Sri Lanka. A family found a tiny newborn wild boar, not even a day old. She was so small, about the size of a phone. No mother, no siblings, no protection. Just alone in the world, with no chance of surviving on her own. They had no idea what to do. There were no rescue centres for wild boars, no one who could take her in. So, they did the only thing they could. They took her home. And that one decision, it changed everything. Because what happened next was something no one saw coming. Let me ask you this. What would you do if you found a helpless baby animal? Would you take it in? Would you try to find help? Or would you assume it's just part of nature and walk away? That was the choice this family had to make. They knew wild boars were not pets. They knew taking her in would be hard. But leaving her? That wasn't an option. So, they named her Yi and decided to do their best. But here's the thing. Taking care of a newborn boar is not easy. She was tiny, fragile, and completely dependent on them. She needed food, warmth, protection. And without her mother, she had no one to teach her how to survive. That's when the family's dog, Boo, stepped in. And this is where things get crazy. Imagine this. You bring home a tiny, scared, newborn boar, and the first thing she does. She jumps straight into your dog's mouth. Yeah, not near it, not sniffing it, just full send right in. Now, most dogs, they would have snapped, barked, freaked out. But not Boo. Boo just sat there, completely still. It was like he knew. Like he understood that this tiny, helpless thing wasn't food, wasn't a toy. She needed him. And from that moment on, she had him. Boo didn't just accept Yi, he braced her. And it was wild to watch. Yi started copying everything Boo did. If Boo ate, she ate. If Boo played, she played. If Boo ran, she ran after him. She even started eating dog food because she saw Boo eating it. And the craziest part, Boo let her. He let her eat from his own bowl. He waited for her to finish first. He even watched over her while she played. It was like he had decided, this is my baby now. And Yi, she wasn't just a wild boar anymore. She was acting like a dog. At first, Yi was so small, Boo used her as a pillow. But wild boars, they grow fast. And soon enough, the roles flipped. Now Yi was the big one, and Boo was the one laying on her. But nothing changed between them. Wherever Boo went, Yi followed. Sleeping, playing, eating, they were always together. It wasn't just friendship, it was family. In just 1 year, Yi went from a tiny 2-pound baby to a 62-pound wild boar. She wasn't small or fragile anymore. She was strong, independent, and needed more space. So, the family built a special enclosure for her, a little house just for Yi. It wasn't to keep her locked up. It was to give her a safe place while still letting her be free. But there was a problem. In Sri Lanka, wild boars are hunted. Letting Yi go back into the wild, it wasn't safe. So, the family made a decision. Yi would stay. Not as a pet, not as a wild animal, as part of the family. And even though she was fully grown in her mind, Boo was still her father. She still leaned on him. She still followed him around. She still trusted him completely. Their bond never changed. The family can't imagine life without Boo. Because if Boo hadn't been there, who knows if Yi would have survived? Who knows if she would have learned how to live, how to trust, how to play? Boo wasn't just a friend. He saved her. And because of him, Yi is happy, healthy, and safe. A wild boar and a dog. Two animals that should have had nothing in common. But somehow, they became family. Now, think about this. If a wild boar and a dog can form this kind of bond, what's stopping us? What if we all just let go of our differences? What if we stopped seeing each other as too different and just focused on what we have in common? Yi and Bu didn't care about where they came from. They just chose love. And maybe, if we all did the same, the world would be a little bit better. If this story made you feel something, then don't let it end here. Hit that subscribe button and join us. Because stories like this, they remind us of what really matters. Let's spread kindness, love, and hope, one story at a time.